Welcome to Ezra and Ryan's Citizenship Project. I'm Ezra, and this is my partner in crime, Ryan.
Thank you, Ezra. Now, let us take you, the viewers, on a journey through our efforts to do our part in making Canada a clean and sustainable country.
One day, when I was walking around one of our local parks, I noticed there was an excessive amount of waste littered around. So when we were asked to create a project, I immediately knew what I wanted to do.
When Ezra approached me with this idea, I was instantly on board. This is one of, if not the most important issues facing the world at this point in time. We as humans go through massive amounts of waste, and most don't even know it. So our topic was chosen, and we set to work trying to find an organization that aligned with our ideas.
It wasn't long at all before we came across Greenpeace, and we realized they were exactly what we had been searching for, and so our project had begun. Our goal is to improve the well-being of the environment and reduce the amount of plastic waste we produce. We also want to set an example for others and encourage them to act themselves. Greenpeace aligned perfectly as their goal is to ensure that the Earth will continue to sustain life indefinitely.
Greenpeace is a massive global organization trying to move the world towards a cleaner, more sustainable future. They have a plethora of campaigns and programs. They also have operations on the grassroots level.
What did we do actively within our project, Ryan?
Well, we did our best to pick up the waste and contaminants around our neighborhoods. It's important to clean up after ourselves. If everyone did, then there wouldn't be a problem in the first place.
Too true. There are many organizations as well that promote this type of action. One such organization is the one we chose to support in this project, Greenpeace. We can help support organizations like this by donating. We gave what we could afford, and even though it wasn't a lot, every little bit helps. Especially if more people start regularly contributing, which is something I definitely plan to do going forwards.
Another thing we did was finding and researching certain campaigns that Greenpeace was supporting and either signing petitions or sending emails to our local representatives showing our support and encouragement for these campaigns.
The newly proposed Green New Deal was one of these campaigns and is something we feel very strongly about. The deal is a massive step towards achieving a fully sustainable country. We want to encourage others to support this, so we decided to find a way to show our involvement and hopefully interest others.
We created a public page on Facebook detailing our activity. It was a good way to show what we were doing with a larger audience, but we soon realized it wasn't enough to correctly present our mission and what we were calling others to do. We chose to accompany the Facebook page with a website that more clearly depicted our goals.
Everyone leaves a mark on the world, a footprint if you will. We often think one footprint won't be significant, so we continue living our lives comfortably without concerning ourselves with the issues of today.
We have two options. We can leave a negative footprint and join the stampede, or work to leave a positive footprint. It's not hard, it just requires a slight change of lifestyle and a bit of perseverance.
What Ryan is saying is that leaving a positive footprint involves living a sustainable lifestyle. We did quite a bit in our daily lives to reduce our personal waste output. The first of which involves switching our lights from incandescent bulbs to halogen or preferably LED. As you can see from this chart, incandescent bulbs use much more energy to create light than either of our alternatives. This means by switching, we have to change our bulbs much less, and this reduces the amount of toxic chemicals and glass that will be discarded.
When it comes to single-use products, plastic is not a material that should be used in packaging. It does not degrade completely. Only after many years does it break down to microparticles, which still harms the ecosystems. For this reason, we decided that it was best to switch all the single-use items we had with paper alternatives.
This included straws, as well as single-use plates, utensils, and cups. We also stopped using disposable water bottles in favor of using reusable ones. This seems like a small change, but we noticed a massive difference in the amount of recycling we put out in the past month.
What we have done up until now is something we are very proud of. There were obstacles and roadblocks along the way. What I believe to be the biggest hindrance was the coordination of both members' schedules. Getting a day to get together for the street cleanup was harder than expected, but in the end, we persevered and made it happen.
When we started, only a Facebook group was planned. We ended up utilizing a website creation kit called Wix to help us make a full website based around a desire for awareness. This was probably the biggest change in our plan. We also originally had a much broader range of topics, and when we realized this was such a much more important subject than we had thought, it became our main focus.
In retrospect, we could have done some things differently. We could have been better with our time management and scheduling abilities. It would have been nice to do our cleanup on a larger scale, but with our busy schedule and only being a group of 2, our options were limited.
We recommend you do some research about Greenpeace's mission and their campaigns. The new Green Deal is also a very important bill that may be passed, and we should show all our support for this fantastic push towards a better future.